Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Alexander from Ignite Programs. I got a great question from one of our graduates, and that is, what is the difference between the mind and awareness, or are they one and the same? Great question. The truth of the matter is, no, they're not one and the same. So let me use this metaphor. I remember one time when I was a boxer, back when I was putting myself through dental school, I went into the auditorium when it was all dark at night, and they had a spotlight down in the ring. Now, there was about 9,000 people in the auditorium, but you couldn't see them. They were sitting in the dark. All you could see was the spotlight in the center of the ring. I'm sure you guys have seen something like that on TV. And that really is what I want to use as the metaphor between the mind and what the awareness is. The mind is a tape recorder. It records all experiences, especially 99% of them that came in from the last trimester of pregnancy all the way up through 7 years old. That's the majority of life experience that all came in, and each experience had an emotion attached to it. Now, what the mind is basically in twofold. You have the conscious mind, which is about only 5%, and that's the thinking mind. It's the creative mind. It's the mind that says it thinks about the future, it thinks about the past, largely run by the ego, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then you have the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, the other mind, runs the show. It's 95% of the deciding factors of your life. Those are the programs that got in before you had a chance to evaluate whether they were healthy programs. So in your day, 5% or less is really being run by your conscious mind. And the majority of your day, of your life, is being run by programs that you didn't have the authority to put in to begin with. A lot of times there are programs capsulated with unhealthy experiences, deciding factors that come forward today. So what is the difference between mind? Well, mind is that tape recorder. If you went back to a tape recorder and you say, I don't like that program, I don't like the way I'm feeling today at 45 years old, you wouldn't yell at the tape recorder and say, I want to change it. The tape recorder is just going to play the same tape. And that's why when you go ahead and read all the self-help books, you go to all the seminars, what happens is that the conscious mind that runs at 40 bits per second power, it has a processor that really processes 40 bits per second power. You may think that's a lot, but compared to the subconscious mind that goes to 40 million bits per second, it is which of the two processors are going to win over. Do the math. So the subconscious mind rules the day. Now, why am I saying this? Because what's relevant about this is that you must need to know that the mind is that tape recorder, most of which is subconscious. The conscious part of your mind, the thinking part of your mind, the part that observes your day, it really doesn't have a whole lot of play in what changes your life. Now, awareness. Here's where the key is, where awareness comes in. Let's go back to that metaphor of the boxing ring with the light. The light of awareness is basically a spotlight that you can move and navigate through the mind. The energy goes to where you focus on. So whatever you focus on, you feed energy to. And if your spotlight is on a part that's unhealthy, if it's part of a program that is unhealthy for you, then you're literally directing energy onto that and it propagates. You've heard of the law of attraction. If you focus with that awareness, that light, onto a negative part of your life, most of which you have no idea you're doing because it's old programs, it will propagate, it will grow. And that's where suffering comes from. But the light of awareness, and here's the good news, can be controlled by the force of will. This is where your willpower comes in. Well, willpower is you are the person directing that light. That's where the spirit comes forward. The spotlight is nothing but an awareness. You direct that spotlight on where you want to focus on, and it will grow. The willpower has to be strengthened enough. It's nothing but a muscle that needs to be exercised, and take it away from the darkness into the light of awareness, and you focus it on what you want, on the joy, on the loving relationships, on the gratitude. You have the power to do that. But we have what's called lazy mind. We default to the programmings, and the subconscious mind will say, say, let me take it from here. Because why? Because the conscious mind is constantly thinking about the future, about the past. And so the subconscious mind says, wow, you're not paying attention. I will take it from here. I will default it, and I'll focus on what the programs say to focus on, which is the threats that are waiting for you out there that happened long time ago, not even prevalent today. So the light of awareness is the key. It's awareness. You navigate through the mind through the awareness, and you are the spirit that navigates that spotlight. What enlightenment is literally taking control using the force of your willpower and redirecting that light to focus on the awareness of upliftment, of joy, of gratitude, of love. And I know that sometimes it will default back. What your job is to strengthen that spiritual muscle of the willpower and redirect it back over and over and over again until you cut a new pathway, and that's called rewiring the brain. We'll be talking about rewiring the brain in future videos. But for now, I hope you just get this one piece, that remember this: the mind is nothing but a huge tape recorder. It can be reprogrammed. However, it's much easier to take the focus of your attention that you feed energy to, and you focus that awareness and that consciousness in the direction of joy and love and a higher vibration. You are energy, and you are energy that radiates a vibration, and you want to focus that in the highest frequency, which is love. Hopefully this helps. See you soon. Hi, if you got value from that, please like it below. If there's anybody in your life that you feel can also receive the benefit of these videos, share them. I really would appreciate making that contribution to them. If you're on Facebook, please go ahead and consider following us. And on YouTube, subscribe. It's my way of connecting with you to improve the quality of everybody's lives. Thank you.